All right, let's talk about news going on in the NFL. Obviously, we're ramping up for the season. I think we're heading into our last couple of games, our last game for the preseason. All their teams are set. Um, Big announcement out of Carolina. Baker Mayfield will get his start. He will be the starting quarterback going forward with the Carolina Panthers. Obviously, game one against the Cleveland Browns. We kind of discussed it earlier. Julian, Baker Mayfield starter over Sam Darnold. Was that the right decision?
Yeah, I mean anything's better than Sam Darnold. Apparently,
Wow.
so there was a big competition going into like this preseason, which everybody was kind of. I don't know if you guys remember that. I think Gabe put it up. It was a few episodes ago, but that classic photo of like had like Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield walking next to each other, and like Baker's trying to like beat him to the field. Like, Baker's got something to prove, man. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's tired of all his doubters and everything. I think Sam Darnold's he's done. Like he's done. I always thought Baker was better than Sam Darnold. That's not saying much, and that's a pretty low bar. But I mean, we all knew like they traded for him. Like there was no way that like he wasn't going to play unless Sam Darnold like absolutely lit it up somehow.
Right.
But that wasn't going to happen. I mean, shit, we thought last year Sam Darnold might have like had a resurgence. Like, oh, maybe he did need a new change of scenery. But then like after like week 3, he just like went back to the same old Ghostbuster. So yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see how everything goes. Like I said, Carolina's in this like weird limbo where it's like they're not making the playoffs, but they're also not going to be the worst team. And it's like you have nothing really to look forward to unless they surprise everybody. We'll see. But I mean, Gabe, I know you're the biggest Baker Mayfield fan on the show. You love him. You talk about him. You got his jersey. You talk about him on Twitter. Loves the commercials. Yo, what is it? Are they going to stop airing that commercial? Now think about it.
Jesus Christ! I was done the first 2 weeks. I'm like, okay, I get
it. They're going to switch to Bank of America field. The same
thing. Baker Mayfield. I kind of saw this. Like I thought when they acquired him that this was going to be the writing on the wall. Right? You don't acquire him and then sit him on the bench, right? Like I said, I've said this for a while. He is a starter in this league. Maybe he's not a top 30 starter, but he's like a 31 starter. He's the 31st starter in this league.
So who's 32? Tua's 32?
Tua's 32.
Whoever's throwing for the Jets, Zach Wilson. There you go.
Zach Wilson. Now he's out.
Yeah, I know. That's what makes him. That's why he can't play. Yeah, I kind of saw this writing on the wall that he was probably going to get the starting job. Obviously, Sam Darnold, just a guy. Maybe he had flashes in the beginning with the Jets, but just a guy. So this is a perfect situation for Baker Mayfield. Jojo, I don't know how you feel about the Carolina Panthers. Are you not rooting for them? Do they have a chance?
I wouldn't say I'm rooting for the Panthers at all, but I mean, hey, first start for Baker, right? He came in. He, like I said in past couple episodes, he was expected to be the hero of the Browns, man, and they actually set him up, right? They put a great team around him. It's just that inconsistency factor with him, and I wonder if there's less coverage, less media on him, on this new team for this fresh start. I really don't think people are gonna really pay attention to them early on in the season. So maybe he could sneak in a few performances early on, a few wins, kind of like what happened last season with the Panthers, right? Didn't they start like 3-0? They had a great start, and then who knows what happened. But hey, man, best of luck to him.
They lost McCaffrey again.
No McCaffrey, so that weapon's not going to be around, and we can really see what he has and see if he's focused, man. Hopefully, he can keep his starting job on this team, and hopefully he doesn't drop the ball, man.
The more I think, like maybe like if things really click, they can sneak into a wild card, maybe because the NFC doesn't seem super strong. Like the AFC, is just stacked. The AFC is going to be very tough. Obviously, they're not going to win the division with Tampa, but they could get second, and they could possibly put, like you said, you're going to get a healthy McCaffrey's back. You got DJ Moore. You got oh my God, why am I drawing a blank on that dude's name? Robbie Anderson, and you got a pretty much a new line working together. So We'll see. Like I said, if the defense can step up, I think that's been like kind of lacking for them is the defense aspect and also having a reliable quarterback who can produce. But man, if they can get that Christian McCaffrey from how long ago was it now? What, 2 years? 2 years ago? 3
It
years
seems
ago?
like every year that guy's hurt. So
All right, so look,
hopefully he
let's
can have
take a quick glimpse on their schedule, right? So they open up to the Browns, which the Browns lost their starting
Oh yeah,
quarterback.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
So they don't even have their starting quarterback. Deshaun Watson is going to be out for 11 games of that season. Second game of the season, they have the New York. Could be a win.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. You never know what you're going to get with the Giants.
Keep going down the schedule because I looked at the schedule too. Keep going down to like week 9.
Oh,
See how
yeah. All right, they can start off 3. You got New Orleans.
New Orleans, again, 50-50 with Jameis Winston out here. You don't know if he's going to throw 5 touchdowns or 5 interceptions. Yeah. We don't know what Jameson we're going to get.
Oh, man, this is a gauntlet right here.
There you go. The gauntlet is we're about to hit. You got the Cardinals. That's a L. You got the 49ers. That's a L. You got the Rams. That's a L. You got the Bucs.
Oh, my God.
That's an
I didn't see this
stuff. Tough. It gets tough to week 9.
You can eke out a Atlanta like a Southern rivalry. You can eke out an Atlanta win. And then you get the
Bengals. Tough game right there. Back to Atlanta. Look, they could split. They could win the 2.
They could split.
Baltimore, Broncos. Okay, Seahawks, which they're kind of.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah,
getting their shit together right now. Steelers, rookie quarterback. Well, new quarterback coming in. Big Ben's Dunzo. Lions, Bucks, Saints. This is not the prettiest schedule in the book. You better hope and pray they win the first 3 games of the season like last year. At least to get to a steady start and maybe sneak in a couple of wins against those tough opponents.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Every bad team's bound to get like an upset. Like it's the NFL, so it's like one of those somehow they're going to like put together like a win somehow. If I had to guess, maybe the Cardinals. I feel like the Cardinals can be like a team that can like drop the ball. But
yeah,
man,
I think the story of the Panthers is just
NFC West.
Nobody's expecting much out of the Panthers. So like, if you can just get any wins, if somehow you can find a way to get to 500, like I think that's a winning season. That's a pretty tough schedule. Maybe not the beginning, the first 3-4 weeks, but
those are the pretty games.
It gets pretty tough.
If you can get 7 wins, 7-8 wins, that's a plus. I think
they're going to have to start off 3-0. They have to. They want 7 wins. They need a win. Chance. I feel like that's throwing.
I mean, you can't lose to no Deshaun Watson, like no whatever the Giants are going to look like. And then what was the third team? New Orleans, who Taysom Hill at tight end is going to be playing. So
you got to steal some games. All right, let's move on